Hi guys, welcome to the first X-Wing tournament of 2016 in this sunny island of Singapore. We have on our left Roy playing 4 Hivers 2015 World Champs winning list, and on our right is Kun playing 4 Miranda and 2 Z95s. Kun and Roy are two of the veteran players in Singapore, and this game is going to be a very exciting one. We are at FOMO, formerly known as Paradise Center, and this event is hosted by Atom Comics. Our tournament organizer for today and judge is none other than Richard. We have an attendance of 22 players, and the format for today is 4 round Swiss. Both of these players are sitting at a score of 1-0. While they are placing their asteroids, let's have an in-depth look at their list. Even though they are mini swamps, both players brought the biggest asteroids to the table, which is generally agreed to be the right asteroids to complement this list. We can see that both players have chosen to center the asteroids, and having won the dice roll, Roy has passed the initiative to Kun. Now both of the poles are at PS10, so if it comes down to a pole versus pole endgame, Roy not having the initiative allows his pole to move after Kun's pole, and that would be a big advantage. At the bottom right, we see that Kun has begun to place his first 2 ships at the bottom left corner. Roy has declined the jaws and is, I believe, he is placing his ships on the other side. Now, it is actually perfectly reasonable for Roy to do the jaws. In fact, he actually might be slightly favored in the jaws. But I believe that he does not want the game to come down to a dice roll. Yeah, he's still deciding actually. Yep, he has decided to decline the jaws, and he will position his ship on the other side of the table. Now, putting the ships on the other side of the table ensures that this is going to be a very highly skilled game. Whoever wins the game will be the one who is able to maneuver their ships into attack position at the right time, at the right place, keeping his ships close together at firing range, while shielding his bigger ships from focus fire. He has lined up with pole on the far end, the turret TLT Y-wing in front, the transport behind, and the D95 on the near side. Kun has placed Miranda in the center, and Pole fly in formation behind 2 D95s. And they are moving fast, forward for both the D95s. Now if you look at the situation here, you will probably be thinking, where is the engagement going to happen? If one side finds a way to turn in through the asteroids, it would be quite impossible for the other player to be able to move all the way to the end of the map without being in a disadvantageous position. In my experience, when both sides go down the side of the table like this, and there aren't any big ships with boosts, chances are the engagement are going to happen within the asteroid areas. Now that's because if you continue to go 4 forward while the other player turns in, your back is going to be facing him, and you don't want that to happen. Okay, quite predictably, Miranda slams away. Keeping the ships together is a very important part of this game. The last thing Kun wants is 4 of Roy's ships to be able to fire at Miranda before the rest of his rebels ships catch up. Po moves fast, going a 4 forward and boosting. It's clear that Po is trying to hook around the edge of the map. Like I said earlier, the aim of the engagement is to have as many as your ships firing together. At the same time, you cannot expose Po or Miranda to concentrated fire. They should be firing at the fringe. The TLT Y-Wing goes 3 forward again, so does the Z95, and so does the stress bots. Now, the stress bot is basically Y-Wing with the BTL A4 title. It prevents its turret from shooting in a 360 arc. However, he is able to fire his primary weapon as well as his TLT in the forward arc. It is paired with R3A2 Astromech, which says that when you declare the target of your attack, you may take a stress to place a stress on the ship. You declare attack twice, the first time for your primary weapon and the second time for your TLT. So you will take 2 stress and put 2 stress tokens on the opposing ship. Now, if you are able to put stress tokens on a ship like Vader or Suntia, you basically void the action economy that the opposing player has placed all the points into. However, if he's playing something like a TIE Swamp, you probably don't even want to bother with the stress because you want to K-turn with your Y-Wing. I mean, it doesn't make sense to put a 12 point ship into stress mode and your 26 point ship is not able to shoot next turn. Basically, the list with the BTL A4 Y-Wing is a list that is built to combat the prevalence of Emperor, Vader, and Sundafel because it is really good against Sundafel and Vader. It is also quite good against Po. Against Super Dash is questionable. If you manage to catch Super Dash in your arc, that's good. But Super Dash does have the ability to get out of your arc, and you might actually prefer just a TLT. I don't know. Well, see, the idea is that Po is arguably the most powerful ship for its points. Arguably, Paul Heaver's list kind of like no, he said that he tried many different lists with Poe before the World Champs, and this is the list he settled on. And, well, think of it as a list that is built around Poe, kind of like an escort for Poe. Lake's list, on the other hand, well, it seems to me that the rationale for this is basically Poe is one of the best ships. Miranda for 38 points is also one of the best ships. Well, I'm just going to put both of them together in the list. And then I could fill up the other 24 points with either a TLT or 2 Z95s. If he fills it up with a TLT, he would have the problem of opposing list moving into Giles with him and he needs to run. On the other hand, if he fills up with 2 Z95, he has some jousting ability as well. Okay, so he has chosen to turn into the asteroid field. And this is usually what happens when both players... Yeah, I was saying that this is usually what happens when both players start with a mini swamp on both sides of the map. And they start going down. Somewhere in the middle, you got to turn in, because if one side turns in and the other side doesn't, you will just be in a bad situation. The TLT goes straight. Basically, he's positioning his ship to turn in after the S-strike. And if you look at the position, he has actually positioned a very beautiful turn. Okay, now this is bad. Mirana has just knocked into D95. Now, usually, bumping at this point of time is irrelevant, but it prevents Mirana from doing a slam forward. He probably wants Mirana to be somewhere on the left of the map, beyond the rocks, skirting around the rocks to take pot shots. And unfortunately, it has also blocked Po and prevented Po from being in a nice position. Po is in a very awkward angle, so I would say not very good for Kun. You see, what Miranda is trying to do is slam around the side of the asteroid field, exactly like what Roy's Po is doing, but because he crashed, he was not able to do the slam. Miranda wants to engage, but he doesn't want to be in their firing arc. You can do that by skirting around the asteroid field, by making use of slam in case of Roy's Po, the boost. So the turret TLT is in front, the stress bot TLT is behind. I can't see the stress bot TLT going straight, and it is certain that he's going to turn in beautifully through the space between two asteroids. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense for the stress bot to go straight because it can't shoot out of his firing arc. Roy's Po has already committed to turning in, so the rest of the ships have to follow suit. Remember that in a game like this, being able to keep your ships close together and firing together while shooting your ace from focus fire in the first round is probably the key to winning. Well, at least in my experience, I played with previous lists quite a bit. And basically, the games I lose are the games where my ships are separated. Otherwise, it is a very strong list if you manage to keep them together. Okay, I did not expect the D95 to move fast. The reason is that the Miranda and Po are not yet ready for an engagement. So, well, let's see what he does. I mean, after all, as expected, they turn into the asteroid. This is beautiful because of how he chose his starting maneuver in such a way that the D95 and the stress bot can turn in between the hole in this asteroids, and the Po is able to skirt on the outside of the asteroid field. Miranda does his slam one turn later than it should. The slam should have happened last turn, and yeah, basically, in my opinion, he's not ready for an engagement yet. But I suppose he wants the D95 to deal some damage to the Wildwings, so he has chosen a fast maneuver with them. Well, basically, the way that Roy played this list is really beautiful. I mean, I gotta say that the position that Roy found himself in, with the Po skirting the outside, the TLT, I'm not sure if the TLT had the shot, so maybe it's not that perfect if he doesn't get a shot. Stress bot is coming in, and if you look at the setup, there is no way that Lex Po can have any maneuver next turn that avoids the stress bot. If he decides to turn out, even if that were possible, he would be losing the fire of Po while allowing Z95 to die. So Po, if his Po has to move in, the stress bot would definitely catch it. Okay, Roy Po fired at Lex Z95. After confirming that no ship has any shot on it, he spends his focus. Lex spends his focus, takes no damage. Now I believe he's deciding between whether he should shoot at the D95 in front or the range 3 BTL A4 Wildwing at the back. He has chosen the Y-Wing, one hit, evaded. The rear D95 takes a shot at the Y-Wing, one hit. He declined to spend the focus, I believe, to take a shield. That is because he wants to use the focus for attack. He has a primary attack and a TLT attack, so primary weapon. 2 hits. That takes 1 shield. 1 hit evaded. TLT. First attack. 2 evades. Beautiful. Second attack, 3 hits, so there's no need to roll the defense die. Z95, 2 hits. Alright. Yeah, basically it's the crit that gives him 1 additional stress. It is kind of meaningless because he already has 3 stress. You can say that it is the best crit for Kun to receive because it really doesn't affect him at all. Back to the house. He has chosen to try to get away. The other option would be to move in for the block. Let it die, but even though it dies, it will still get a range 1 shot on the Y-Wing. So those are the 2 options, and he has chosen to save. Now this is interesting. His D95 just did a K-turn. Why did he do a K-turn? He is hoping that Roy's Poe would move fast. And he wants to catch Roy's Poe in a crossfire between one Poe, the D95, and Miranda. And he's also hoping that this D95 would crash, but Roy did not move fast. Now this could still go downhill if Roy's Poe decides to take a very fast maneuver forward and get caught in a 3-way crossfire. And you can see what he's trying to do. The Miranda has just done a 2-shot to hope to catch Poe within his arc, avoiding other thrusters, but nevertheless it is unlikely to get out of range 3, so he's just moving Miranda into attack. And you can see the kill zone that he's trying to set up for the Poe. But his Poe went slow, and that makes it really bad for Kun's D95 because he has this K-turn, took a stress, and is now shooting nothing. Now you can see how beautiful Roy ships are. 3 of Roy's ships are within arc of the D95, and even the Poe would have a shot. Well, only 2 of Blake's ships have a shot. So 2 shoots. I believe it's through rock. We'll find out the verdict when they roll the dice. So Poe uses his ability to turn focus into a hit for 2 hits. And one evade, so one shield goes down. Po returns the fire. Oh, and he takes one shield off Lex Po. Miranda's turn to shoot. TLT on the D95. First hit, one shield. Nice roll. Second hit. Oh, one more shield. So it has already taken a shield, so that is a how. So yeah, TLTs have this advantage of doing really consistent damage. One how from the D95. Sorry, one shield. And another shield. Yeah, alright. Not being able to take a focus has because of the stress of the captain prevented him from focusing that damage. Okay, range one shot, focus on the D95. 2 hits, 2 blanks, alright. So the first D95 is down. TLT and Po. Stress spot. Focus. Okay, that wasn't the TLT, that was the primary weapon. Yeah, so the stress bot is starting to put stress on Po and potentially putting Po into a kill box for the next turn. Okay, I'm not sure what happened, but Po took one more shield. Probably from the TLT. Right, so Po took 2 shields. I think the video skipped a little. The stress bot Y-Wing crashes. Now, the reason why he has chosen to move the Y-Wing first to crash is because he doesn't want it to go too near the rock, and he has so many stress on it that it doesn't matter whether he crashes or not. Now, the blue color dice next to Lex Po with the number 2 indicates the number of stress token, and the blue color dice on the D95 on the top left indicates the number of stress on the D95, which is 3. Miranda moves in. Clears the stress. Moves 3 forward. Once again it crashes, but it doesn't matter because see, the thing is that he's not able to take focus at all. Now here is where Lex makes a very bad mistake, because he did not use R2D2 to defend the shield. Well, I mean, you know, sometimes that's what all the stress bot does to your thinking. Pro crashes. So
那个叫 Air Practice。你的波先波射你的外面。
So Lex Po take a range 2 shot on the transport Y-wing. Rolls 3 eyes. Oh. And you can immediately see how bad it is to not take tokens. And how powerful the spread spot is in that case. It just saves itself 3 damage. Lex alright. Another 3 eyes. Now Roy is deciding what he wants to attack, and he decided that he's going to attack Poe with Miranda. Or rather, at least he's just measuring range. Now when you activate a ship for combat, you can measure range from that ship that you activate to any other ship before deciding which ship to attack. So he's making use of that ruling, which is very useful. Now this is obviously range 1. 3 die. 1 hit.
Oh! Sorry, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, he's actually attacking a D95 who just blanked all his shots.
Major explosion.
Okay. At this point,
这个先1米。你的波是多少？还有一个，还有。刚才补了一，刚才忘记。
the right TLT is shooting Poe. First TLT shot.
等一下啊，我 check 一下 range。
3 hits.
So 我 range 2我
No, I think it's 2 hits.
我不要。
Oh, 2 eyes. Last shield. Second TLT. 3 hits. And
one more shot on Poe. Take 1 stress.
Lex Po takes the first half. Now at this point, things are not going well. He has lost a D95. Poe is down to 2 halves.